There are dark and unfathomable secrets discussed here. You will not attempt to understand them. There are dark and unfathomable secrets in this world. Mankind is not meant to know them. Agents of the program destroy the evidence and execute the practitioners of the knowledge these secrets impart. These recordings are the history of the failure of the program to do so. They always fail in the end. I've seen it. We've always seen it. We will always see it. We hope you enjoy your time with the program.
All right, you guys head to the cave, and again, it's closed again today. It's open actually. So there are people like from the public that are there and at the campsite.
What?
Yeah, you cleared the scene. You investigated the scene. They opened the cave back up.
But we didn't give them any like findings or anything. Well, yeah.
So like everybody, a sentient nervous system was found in this cave, and people were like,
you guys told the local police, and it was you guys said that your official standing was that somebody opened the natural entrance and dumped the body there. That's what played out on the national news last night.
Sure, but that's like even that. All right, cool. When does this cave close?
The cave closes at the last tours start at 6 and are over by 7.
Cool. I go find whoever is most in charge.
Okay. Yeah, you see the woman that was talking to the police the other day, and she's behind the counter again. She's like accepting some money from some people and telling them to go ahead. And she sees the 4 of you walk up, and she says, hello, you're the FBI, right?
Yeah, yes we are. As you know, we've been here, been investigating. There are a couple of things that we still need to clear for paperwork issues. Nothing. I know we said we wrapped up our investigation, and that's still true. We believe what we said was what happened, but there's just certain things we have to do. Federal government always asks us to do things. It's Southern Indiana. You probably hate those kinds of things. If this could be just like the last tour, just don't do whatever tour you're about to send all these people on. If you could just be done after this one, if you could just close early.
Of course. If you were the DNR, order us to close, we'll close. Let me call the people that have tours that are pre-scheduled. I can take care of that, of course. And she goes, 1 second, and she like grabs again the phone that's like at this desk and calls somebody and says, we're gonna be closing the caves for the day. DNR and FBI orders they need to do some research at the crime scene again. So just finish your current tours, and if you could get somebody from the gift shop to come and help me to close things down, that'd be great. And, okay, and she hangs up the phone. And sure enough, she like stands up and says, "Excuse me, if you are waiting on a tour, unfortunately we have to close today. Refunds will be issued. If you're staying at the campground, we'll go ahead and give you a day. You'll get an email to the email you provided with any payment. We're really sorry, folks, but with the case that happened recently, we're gonna have to close. They found something or need to do something. Details are scarce.
No.
But we appreciate your patience. Thank you." And then a bunch of people are like grumbling and like they look at you guys. So you hear them saying things under their breath about the government and like various other terms.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to like pretty well be milling about. But then a heavy set white man approaches the 4 of you and says, "Yeah, you working with the feds, huh? You bunch of federal government agents think you're real big, coming to the small town, kicking us out of our cave."
It's just for the afternoon, sir.
Just for the afternoon. What, you gonna do an actual job here, or is your plan to just like let it all slip under like you did with the election fraud?
I'm gonna step in at this point
Step aside,
and just be like, "Hey, why don't we go over here and talk a little bit, and we'll let the others go on forward."
Are you gonna kill this guy?
No, I'm just gonna get him away from the people that really don't like him. And he's already being abrasive
We all know what's killing these people. It's the devil. It's the devil coming down on us all for not electing the right president. The devil's been running around this county forever.
There's a lot of scientific proof of that. Yes, that's correct.
Hold on. We joked about this like when we started. Maybe this guy knows.
He's
I
the
run
leader.
over. I hear him say the devil's killing these people, and I go over, and I'm legitimately like, wait, hold on, what do you think's going on here?
Oh God.
No, well, the devil lives here. His home's here. He lives in a cave out past the county line. Everybody knows that.
Where's this cave?
The devil's cave.
This
It's
is called
you
Devil's Cave?
go out. There's this cave out there. You know, you can't go into it because electricity stuff shorts out, and there's all that government no trespassing stuff going on out there. It's where the devil lives.
Yeah. If I show you on this, so like I assume there's like a map somewhere nearby in this cave reception area. Like I want to know where this cave is. Like tell me where this cave is.
So if you're coming into town from Louisville, you know there's that big limestone face with the gash in it. You walk in there. That's the devil's living room.
Please don't say gash.
I feel like devil's living room has more sexual connotations.
Yeah, I just don't like the word. But I'm gonna be honest, having been in this shithole state for about two days now, I believe the devil lives here.
I legitimately
100%.
believe the devil lives here. Cool. We're going to this cave eventually.
God.
No, we should go to this cave now. How far away is this cave from where we are right now?
Like a 10-minute drive tops.
I'm wearing spandex to go swim.
We're
this
gonna still
water.
swim. We're just
Hold that
looking.
water.
You changed out.
Guys,
Are you
guys.
Have you been wearing it this
I
entire
didn't
time?
want to
First of
go
all,
scuba diving,
did you-
and you
hold
made
on.
me get dressed up in this.
Did you change already? Did you
Yes,
get here?
I came here ready to go.
He was wearing the scuba gear under his FBI suit.
Yes, I have the scuba gear on. I'm not.
Is Doc a never nude?
He
Is
had a-
is
he had
Agent?
a-
in front of
Hey,
you people in some fucking public ass
Hold on.
cave.
He had a
Hold on.
button open, just
Hold
hoping
on.
someone would ask.
this is important to the mission. Is Doc a never nude?
Yes, yes. Shower shorts.
We got it.
For the man who has nothing to hide but wants to.
I legitimately think we should go to this cave. Hold on, before I like derail this whole thing, am I occult knowledge? Does like anything he said actually make any sense to me?
Not at all. I mean, he seems just like kind of like a right-wing religious nutball. But this cave, this cave exists. Like he points you at it on the map. Sure enough, it lines up with like the known areas of where this cave is at.
But like I don't know of like oh yeah, there is like occult lore around that cave or anything. You know what I mean? Like Roswell's got a reputation for aliens, kind of thing.
Know.
I wouldn't know.
You could research it. I mean, you could go to a library locally and look it up. The internet you might be able to find something on like local lore.
I mean, I got a phone. Like,
The internet might work at a library that might exist in southern Indiana.
I mean, like that's not. Is it gonna be time consuming? Like, can I like quickly be like, oh, this might be real? Can I like pull my phone out and actually try to do this real quick? Or is that?
You look up the coordinates. You look at the map where the guy points and he says, yeah, that's if you want to learn more about the devil, there's a service Friday night here at the church. And he like points at the map, like the church is the Marengo Christian Church.
I walk away and start moving equipment into the cave.
Yeah, let's go to this cave. But I like legitimately I think if whatever's in this cave doesn't try to murder us, there might be more going on here. Like this dude could be a cult member. Like we don't know. Like he could be. Like I'm serious. Like his church could be the front for this cult if they're talking about the devil lives in this cave and stuff. Like.
Yeah, so he points you out and you look at the map, and he shows you like on the map where this cave area supposedly is. What are you gonna Google? What do you bring up on your phone? You don't have service here, so you can't.
Oh, that's where Marengo's still. We're not back in. Okay, I will literally make a note. But yes. Yeah, we're here. Let's do this cave. But like, guys, I really think there might be something going on here.
Doc is beginning to visibly sweat. as it is July and he is wearing full scuba gear underneath a full suit.
Tanks and all.
I notice, and I keep finding reasons not to go.
You
All right.
guys.
So yeah, they close down the cave, and this guy is not letting up. He is not leaving. He's like, yeah, and he was, yeah, I know a lot of stuff. I watched a lot of Info Wars. I know y'all didn't do your job with the election. I know you're doing a shittier job of covering up the aliens. They landed here in the 70s. They got my grandpa.
Where did they land? Where did the aliens land?
They landed in my grandpa's backyard, just south of here, about 15 minutes, and they abducted him, and that's why he was gone for the entire summer in 1973.
Alright, I can't deal with this human. You guys just do whatever. I'm not gonna try to defuse this situation anymore. And Doc just walks into the cave.
Says, I know not to trust you folk. You never do nothing good. If you want to do good, you come to the church service on Friday. It's tomorrow.
Okay. I might. I legitimately might. This guy seems like certainly there's like a word for the trope of like crazy guy who like advances plot, but like this guy is definitely I think he knows what he's talking about. But yeah, I also go to the cave.
He says, I hope to see you there, Hickey Mosai, and he spits over his shoulder.
Hickey,
What the fuck did he say?
I don't know what that
Sir,
means.
you know someone's gonna have to clean that, right?
All right, yeah, I
Is
go.
that something you made up, Austin? Or
Yeah,
is
is that a
something they
made up
actually
word, or is
say?
that like a southern Indiana thing that I've never heard?
It's a long story. It's a Southern Indiana thing you've never heard.
Alright.
It's like a ward against the devil.
Is it really? Did they say that down there? Did they really say that?
I have a feeling that sadly,
Well,
yes.
ironically say whatever the fuck that word was that you just said.
Hickey Mosai? Then spit? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I'm writing that down too.
Is the spitting part of it? Answer me!
Yeah, are you talking to this guy?
No, I'm talking to you! You know what? Doc's coming back out of the cave. What the fuck did you just say out loud?
My secrets are my own. Oh, you're talking to him?
Yes! I need to know now.
I don't know how to spell Hickey Mosai.
He says
Yeah,
he says you come to church, you might learn yourself something. Just because you're some kind of college educated, don't mean you know everything.
Guys, I wrote it down. We're 100% going to investigate that later, but right now we gotta do this cave.
I would rather go scuba diving in that cold ass dark water with no lights and no scuba gear than come to your fucking backwoods church.
He says, well, the church is there to save people, but if you don't want to be saved, well, God can't help you.
Thank God for that.
Let's
And
get
we
in this cave. Let's go. Let's get in this cave. I love this character. We're finding. What's his name? What's the name of this character?
Yeah, what's he good at?
What's he good at?
His name is Randall.
Okay, but for real though, let's go do this.
And by loosely, I mean completely based off of my great uncle Randall.
Okay, yeah, we're scuba geared up. We've got our flashlights. We've got our lanterns, which we have a ton of. So let's just evenly distribute those. There's 4 of us. Everybody gets 10.
Because in case you need to hang them underwater somewhere, so you can light your path to and from places.
Oh, is there 60 lanterns?
That's a thing.
Yeah.
Okay, I hit the wrong button.
How big are these things?
They're about the size of a water bottle.
It's one
So
whiskey
do we
of
just have
light.
like a bag over our shoulder. 60 of these? That seems like so much.
Well, it's not
How
60
many
a
carry
piece.
those?
They're like racks. They're set in these there's it's like a black rack. There's one on one. There's one on this side, one on this side, and they snap into place. 10 to a
Okay.
rack.
Okay.
They gave you stuff if you were a set of DNR agents exploring a cave system for somebody who got lost in a cave, is what they gave you basically.
Yeah, so we each have 15 lanterns. We each have 1 flashlight. We have 2 backup flashlights. I think I'm I'm a runner. I have the body of a long distance runner. So I will take the backup in case I need to swim to somebody and give them one if they drop it. Who wants the other one?
I mean, I'll hold on to it. Maybe we have to set it down somewhere and mark an area of interest or something.
Yeah, that's a good call. All right, we go into this cave and we dive into the area of interest.
Okay, I'm gonna drag you guys back over to the cave map.
I was about to ask. Because we came here at the Crystal Palace,
Yep.
and natural entrance is where we went last time.
Yep. Yeah, you see that like light bluish thing there?
Yep.
That's where that deep water section is.
I guess marching order. I'm in the back. No. I want to go third. I want to be in the middle.
I'm certainly not going first.
I'll go first. Yeah, I have the highest alertness. So
Okay. My alertness is 60, so
You'll take the rear.
I'll take rear. Sounds good.
All right, so you guys begin to map out this cave structure. Grab it. You get in here, and you start to follow. You get under this water, and it goes deep. You're swimming down far. You look at your the thing that tells you the depth of the water you're in, and you're not at the level that you would get the bends when resurfacing. You're close.
That's really deep.
Yeah, you guys are swimming for a while. Like, this goes far under the surface. I can actually look up. I don't remember. It's been so long since I've been told this fact.
So we're all good at scuba diving?
I have the standard swimming.
Me too.
Yeah, wait, that's a good question. Do any of you have scuba training?
I mean,
No, I would assume not.
Yeah.
no.
That's why I didn't want to go.
I mean, we have to go. Like, there's no not
I
going.
was
Not
in
all.
the army, so I probably have basic scuba.
I probably have scuba'd because...
Actually, yeah, I'm FBI. Of course I have. They probably
guess-
put me through scuba.
I know for a fact that I don't have scuba training.
I mean, as a paramedic, I'm assuming I have whatever basic first aid scuba thing I'd get through the job, but
Old
nothing
breast good.
special.
I don't know if we scuba certified paramedics, do we?
Yeah, I don't think we scuba. I don't think.
I mean,
where are
unless
you
you wanna-
paramedic at?
Unless you want to retcon yourself as like one of the search and rescue guys.
Nah. I've already made the character sheet.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Just imagine
wait
you
until
just
I
like a
die.
paramedic in like
This is your
Kansas City, and they're
subclass.
like, "All right, today's your scuba training,
Yeah.
just
in
in case."
Reno, Nevada, we gotta make sure we gotta go fish out the homeless from the storm drains.
Yeah, so here it's 130 feet down below the surface of the water is
Ooh.
where you can get the bends. So you guys are like, you swim down like 100 feet.
I assume we're keeping like a cable so
How
we can
deep
like
is-
follow it forward.
Are we gonna end up with the bins? Do we know how deep this cave is?
We're just
Yeah,
under the bends.
That's the thing, is it goes down deeper than this. It continues going down.
Oh, we're like at the
Yeah,
point of
you guys
bends.
are at the point on your like your altimeter, I think is what it is, that it's like that you have basic scuba knowledge that if you continue going down, you guys are gonna have to make depth stops, decompression stops on your way back up.
What the
I'm betting we don't have the air for that.
based on movie knowledge and movie knowledge alone, I know that the bins are bad and you have to stop at certain times. That's about it. So I'm relying on these guys.
Okay, so when we say it goes deeper, are we like swimming downwards at an incline? Is it just like a deep
It's
pool?
yes, you're going both straight forward and you're going down. I'm gonna map. You're going down into the earth at roughly half the distance you're going further into the earth. Like a 40.
Okay.
You're at like a
Map me out a Pythagorean triangle.
20. You're at like a 20-degree angle.
So,
You're diving.
I can't like drop a lantern and we can try to figure out how deep this goes.
Let's say,
It just
do that
keeps
cool
going.
glow stick
You could.
thing.
You could. Yeah. I mean, yeah. You could drop the lantern.
Question with
It's
that:
gonna
do
hit
the
the ground
lanterns
slowly.
float?
But what's that?
Do the lanterns float, or like I don't know how these lanterns are made?
I assume they sink.
There's two different types of lanterns. 30 of them float. 30 of them do not. Well, no, that's probably not true. None of them would float. That would be silly.
Yeah, they probably all sink.
Yeah, they all sink. Yeah.
Or have like weights tied to them with like a string, so it sort of like floats
Buoyancy.
here or something.
That makes sense. Yes.
Because they're diving lanterns specifically, so I wouldn't think they'd float. Because then what would be the point of them? You know?
So we don't see anything though. Like we are at like we have to keep going, or we turn back and discover no new information. That's where we're at.
Yep.
I mean, maybe we should have waited for those explosives.
Can Can we communicate while we're scuba diving? Is that a thing that scuba divers do, or is
There's
it
like
just like
there's like hand signals.
Yeah, basic signals.
okay, cool.
I say we have to keep going. Like, I don't know what else we can do. Like, the alternative is do nothing, right? Like, we could go to Devil's Cave. Tell you what, guys, we either keep going or we go investigate crazy redneck guy's theories. That's what I got. That's the two options.
I think we should have to be doing all of this through hand signals. Hand sign out, go deeper, go to Devil Cave.
What's ASL for redneck guy? Like, I don't.
You point at your neck and then do this.
I go, huh? What? Devil's Cave?
Devils?
I think we should go deeper.
Yeah, I think we just push forward.
Do you have to stop on the way down? Through the, when you're
No,
like
you have to stop on the way back up.
you have to stop on the way back
It's
up.
the decompression that causes you to, like...
Okay.
It's like that James Bond movie where they come up and they put the guy in the decompression chamber and he hits the thing with the axe and he blows up.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Oh man, it's like the best. Well, you know what? We'll watch it later.
Okay. So we just keep swimming down.
Yeah, you keep swimming, and it eventually you even out. Your average scuba tank, 80 feet, has enough for 45 to 60 minutes with a safe reserve of air still in the tank. You guys continue to swim for 30 minutes, and at that point you still have not reached the end. It does start to even out at this point. You get to 160 feet below. And it starts to even out, and you start to go just going straight, and you're starting to go like back, kind of like up at an angle, like you've kind of come like this, and you go up and you go this way, and you get to the point where if you keep going, and you don't find a place where there's air, you would die.
We need to go back and get bigger air tanks.
I think we keep going. We double down.
Yeah, honestly, I think we just push.
Do we see any
Wait,
nice little
wait.
air bubbles that we can gulp on?
Bump up, bump up, bump up, bump up.
Boom, 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 boom. No, I think we should head back. I don't think this is gonna.
All right, but you can't communicate that to us.
I'm gonna like thumb, like take a like this, like go up, like.
Yeah,
Mm,
keep going.
Now, I would like to impress upon all of you again that if you keep going and you don't decide to turn back in like the next 10 minutes probably, which even that's going to be like a luck roll basically, and you don't find an exit or a way to get like above the water level, you will die.
yeah, I'm thinking we head back. I'm gonna continue to point up.
Fine, we leave. I'm down to leave.
Okay.
I should
should
leave.
not-
It's in my character. It literally says I know when to run away, so I suppose now is the time to run away.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys head back. You head back, and you have to stop to decompress, which actually means that if you guys hadn't head back, you would have died because you would have gotten the bends because you would not have had enough air to get to surface without decompressing. But yeah, so you guys head back and you swim, you stop, you take breaks to decompress and stuff like that. You make it back to the surface, and you all take off your scuba gear. What do you say to one another?
All right, so we have to go to Devil's Cave because literally it's impossible for us to get to the bottom of this one.
Yeah,
You
I don't.
can go, so
Why don't we just
you
get
can take
bigger
extra tanks with
tanks? Yeah.
I mean, you guys just kind of went for it right off the bat. Like you just kind of just were like, we're gonna see how deep we can get, but you have other options.
So let's pull a James Cameron. Let's get a submersible.
I don't think it'll fit. Right. Okay. So, how big is like the? Were we in like a tunnel that we were going down, or were we just like following like? What's our space? My concern in a cave is way more getting stuck in a tunnel than like anything else.
Yeah, so it was actually starting to get smaller, like the area that you were traveling through, but it was like a massive, it was like a tunnel, probably 15 feet across, 10 feet high that you were trying to do this underwater just cave tunnel.
Could we get an underwater drone? I'm probably using the wrong terminology, but I know they have those to
Robot subs.
map.
Yeah, you could. The
Please,
only problem is
nearest
I'm
Best
not
Buy's in
sure.
Kentucky.
You'd have to get that from the FBI, and I'm going to say that that's at least, I don't remember the tiers off the top of my head, but that's probably going to be like a tier 2 request because these caves are solid rock, and so you're not going to be able to use like an RC drone. You're going to have to like a wired drone that you spool cable to. I don't even know what that would look like. I will have to look into that.
Let's just get bigger air
Actually,
tanks.
I'm going to say that exists, but you're going to have to make a call to the FBI and request it, and it's going to go on the record that you requested it for this thing. And you guys have officially said so far to the FBI and to the public that someone broke in through the door and dumped the body here, so you have no reason to be exploring this. To put it in perspective, probably something I shouldn't tell you actually now that I think about it, because I'm supposed to let you guys make mistakes, but it's my first time.
Yeah. Here's what's up. We can get bigger tanks and go down there. I don't know where else we could go in this cave.
I mean,
There's really no, like, this is not like a secret part of the cave. Like, there's really no historical data to let us know what is down there.
That's actually, I was actually with that. How does anybody have like a really good navigation skill? Like, what's the highest navigation skill you guys
One
have?
of us does.
I have 10%.
I thought somebody said they had high.
The
No, that was your backup character.
The DNR officer has a 60 in navigate.
I guess we could ask her when we get back up.
We were gonna jump. I almost invited her to come with.
We do have an extra stew.
We had 2 extra suits.
I mean, I suppose if we get the bigger tanks, we could ask her to accompany us, but who knows what we'll find down there.
I think we should. I honestly, none of us know how to navigate this cave. She's our best bet on it.
Agreed.
She seems very curious. She seems friendly. Maybe we use that to our advantage and see how it goes.
I think our highest risk is if we run into whatever did this down there. I don't think that she's gonna make it out unscathed mentally.
I mean, this sounds like a self-solving problem. All right,
Okay.
yeah. I think we go back to her.
Okay, you guys, you head up. Again, you don't have signal here in town, so you head up and you call that number she gave you, and you call actually the number for her state, like her DNR, like office from the phone, the landline. It's probably. I'm sorry, I'm taking too much liberty with how much I DM. How do you contact her? But we're gonna go ahead and roll and say you did what I just said. But you take the landline phone like in the cave office and call the DNR office. And they're like, the guy, a man answers. He's like, oh yeah, this is the office for the DNR for the park. She's not here right now. Like, I can tell her you called when she gets back. I think she just like went to get lunch or something.
Wait, what time is it?
It's yeah, you're right. It'd be like 5, wouldn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
sorry, 4 o'clock. Yeah, I don't know. She stepped out. I'll tell her you called when she gets back. If you here she comes. Actually, I think she just pulled up, and yeah, no, that's her truck. Just a second, and he doesn't put you on hold. He just like puts the headset down, the handset down, and you hear like yelling, and you hear like somebody on the pickup. Yeah. Sorry, what's up?
Hey, Nina. So, couple of things.
We're gonna need a bigger tank.
So there's a couple of things. One, yeah, the cave is significantly deeper than we thought it was. We decided to investigate a little bit further. We thought we could just get standard tanks to go down there, see what was up. That turns out is impossible. So we're gonna need to get bigger tanks. The other thing is, we have decided that it's really important that we have some way of navigating and somebody with experience with navigating, and we were wondering if you would be willing to come down here with us and help us navigate through this. It's just routine. inspection. It'll be like a fun little scuba spelunking thing. I think we're all going to really enjoy it, but we'd love for you to come along with us as well.
We're gonna get drinks afterwards.
We just don't want to get lost down there.
Okay. She says, yeah, we can do that. I actually I actually know quite a bit about scuba diving. I can help you out with that. We can hot swap tanks if we need to. We'd be leaving the tanks behind when we do that, which is ecologically not great. Is it that important?
I think that under this circumstance, it'll have to be worth it.
Okay. I mean, I can't impress upon you enough. Like, this would be really bad for my career if someone found out I was letting you all do this. You do understand that, right?
It'd probably be really bad for your career if more nervous systems started washing up in your caves.
Can't argue with that.
Okay, that's a fair. What is going on? Why are you confirmed to the police that someone broke into the cave system and dumped the body here? Why aren't you looking for that person?
Well, we do believe that body was dumped there. We're sticking to our theory that it was that door, but there are multiple entrances to that cave. There's probably a lot of entrances to that cave, and we're concerned that if it was
to any cave, someone could have dug a hole or drilled into it if they were really
exactly, which is why we need to go and investigate. Again, it's a routine thing. We just need to make sure that.
I know it's not a routine thing. You know, like, I am also in law enforcement. I've been working on national investigating caves. They don't normally, like, if someone commits a crime in a cave, they don't normally, like, map out entire unmapped sections of the cave system. I mean, to be honest, I'm excited about the idea of doing this because, like, we can map this cave out. It sounds like great. Like, this is what I got into this job for originally, to be honest.
Then why are you asking questions?
Something just seems. I'll meet you there in 10 minutes.
Cool, thank you.
All right.
Yeah. So she shows up about 10 minutes later. She changes into the wetsuit, that's the scuba gear, and she runs you guys through like how to hot swap a tank while scuba diving. And she's like, yeah. So just like to let you be with it, we're gonna do this when we have roughly 20 minutes of air left in the tank. We're each going to take 2 spare tanks with us. The third, if we run out of air, if we get to the point on the second tank that the third tank doesn't give us at least half the time over again to get back to where we need to go, we have to turn around. Everybody understand that?
I'm following you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Swap.
You got it.
With 20 minutes of air left. Sorry, we'll swap the first tank with 10 minutes of air left. On that second tank, when it becomes half empty, we will turn around. Okay?
For sure.
Are there indicators on these tanks?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, good.
They have like gauges.
So just in case she gets eaten by some sort of cosmic horror, I really don't want to get trapped down there.
Just in case Chekhov's NPC doesn't get eaten later.
I don't want to be down there and be like, all right, she's dead, but I don't know when this tank is half empty.
Okay, yeah, so sure enough, you guys go back down, and it gets to the point where if you go any further down, you're going to get the bends, and if you have to come up quickly, you're going to get the bends. And she stops and looks at all of you because you did not mention that to her, and she points at like her altimeter on her wrist.
What did she think, that we didn't make it past the point where we were going to get the bins and we needed more oxygen? How slow did she think we were fucking swimming?
She's just being safe.
I just give her a...
And she continues swimming. And you guys make it to roughly the distance you did before, and you see her. She's got this like object in her hand she keeps looking at like every once in a while. And she then like puts it back in like a little like slot on her gear, and you guys swim and you swim and you
What's it
go.
look like?
You can't tell. It's dark. Go ahead.
No, I was going to ask because I think my alertness is a little higher than Doc's down there. So.
Oh, she's not like hiding this. You see her. You see her pull it up. I mean, if you guys one of you wants to swim up to her and like point at it, she'll show it to you. But you can't really tell what it is from like her looking at it.
Okay.
Do you do that?
I mean, yeah, probably. On it, like, if it doesn't really matter, then it can just be like for role playing purposes. But yeah, I probably would swim up to see what this thing is, just in case.
You swim up and you like
paranoid, nervous thing.
You tap her. You tap her on the shoulder. And you tap the thing, and she pulls it out. Shows you it's a compass, like an underwater compass.
Oh, cool.
And she like points at it. And what's your navigation skill?
Whatever the default is.
Yeah, you have no idea what she's trying to like let you know.
I see the north and south, and I'm like, yeah, compass. That's compass.
She looks at you like through her scuba goggles, and she just has to assume that you got what she was saying. She has no way to communicate that to you. And but you give the thumbs up, and she goes, and you keep going, and you travel, and you get to that point where you're like roughly going to be, but at this point you have started to go back uphill. But you get to the point where if you don't turn around now, and you guys have to later, you will die. And she's like...
Well, this is after switching the tanks around?
Yes.
This is... Okay.
Oh, so I should elaborate. You go through, like, you swim for a while. I mean, you guys are down there for about... So you have enough air for 3 hours. She tells you that you guys need to go back, like, the hour and 20-minute mark. Are you guys would be probably fucking exhausted.
That's what I was about to say. Like, that's a lot of swimming.
Yeah. I might be fine.
Especially since this is our second time in.
Yeah. So we've already done this once.
You guys are probably fucking exhausted.
I have athletics of 70.
You guys are starting to go uphill. Honestly, you feel like if there's an end to this, you're getting there. The only problem is there were certain sections you guys had to swim like single file through because the tunnels got so narrow.
I hate this.
Claustrophobia? Like, do any of you have issues with claustrophobia? Like, what's this like for you guys?
I hate this. I hate every second of it.
Yeah, I also did not want to do like, in character. This is all terrible. Yeah, like as soon as she gives like the go back, I just turn around. Like I'm just like, and we gotta go.
Yeah, I don't see us staying down here. We need to find something else.
Agent Johnny, what's your internal? Like, there have been a couple sections of this where, like, if you had been overweight, you might not have been able to fit with your scuba gear through, like, sections of this underwater cave.
I mean, I'm fine with it. I'm used to being kind of tired. Like, one of my motivations is hiking, so I feel like I would have spent time doing hard trails through national parks in my spare time. But I usually do it above ground, not underwater.
Have you guys
swimming?
How many of you guys, like, out of character, have been in a cave before?
I fucking hate caves.
Yeah, never. And I would definitely never scuba dive because I have fear. I have fear of like deep, dark water that I can't see down into, and claustrophobia. So this sucks.
When COVID's over, maybe not Tony. This is like you'd be interested, but we should all go to like Marengo Cave and do one of their tours, because there are tours they offer where like this is a real thing I did when I was younger. I probably couldn't fit now. Like as a kid, a skinny kid, I had to like pull myself on rocks, like through water to get through the like part of the trail of the cave we were on. It's not great. Like
yeah, whatever, skinwalker. Yeah, we're just gonna go down to your southern domain and go into a fucking cave that we're like. Oh no, he definitely got stuck in the rocks underwater and his body's never recovered.
Before it's insane. Like it's so dark. They'll take you to spots of the cave where there's no light, like no electrical light, and they'll have you put all your stuff away. And you can't see. You can press, like you can touch your eye with your finger if you wanted to, and you can't see it. Like it's that dark.
I mean, if you touch your eye hard enough, you won't see it.
You won't see it ever again.
Also, Chad has also called you a skinwalker, and has called you out for trying to lure people into your cave domain.
That seems fair. That's a running joke from college.
Yeah, I'm down to go back.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys head back, and you you have to take your brake stops so you don't get the bends. And you pop out of the water, and Nina Hartley like looks at her compass again and says, "So we didn't really go that far. We did a lot of backtracking, a lot of left and right, but it seems like we were headed pretty well due southeast of here. I'm gonna plot these out on a map. You guys want to come upstairs?
Yeah, let's go ahead and check it out.
Yeah.
Okay. She comes upstairs and she plots this out on a map by the path you guys were taking. And if you'd continued to follow the direction you had, like right at the end of it there actually, and if you'd continued to go in, you'd have gotten into the national forestry that is like off limits to people, like that section of it in southern Indiana.
Oh, so like we would have made it out of the water though, or we had just been under the forest.
She doesn't know. You were underneath of it. She says, "Yeah, no, that section is just unmapped. Like you're not. I can go there. You guys can as well because of being like agent there. But like it's not that area is not open to the public. It's protected forestry."
Okay, so I
Wait,
assume
like
so. Like if we swam for like hours, it's got to be like 11 o'clock, midnight. Like it's late, right?
Yeah, it's late. I mean, you guys swam. So a tank has an hour in it, and you guys swam for like roughly 24 minutes before you turned around because you're supposed to leave like 10 to 15 minutes of water or of air extra than you need to come back to. And then you guys took 3 tanks with you and swam for roughly an hour and a half this time before you turned around.
All right. Well, Agent Cohen is tired. I'm gonna go sleep on my new
Yeah.
sheets that I put on my bed.
You guys are hella tired.
Yeah, I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I feel like I don't know. Like this is athletics, right? For this.
It would be to see how you are, but swimming is an actual skill in this game.
Okay.
So actually, if everybody make a skill check on your swimming check to see like if you're gonna be exhausted tomorrow.
I assume swim was like ability to swim, not like a.
Oh hell yeah! Crit success. 01.
I rolled a 3.
Wowzers.
Not good. I don't know what the crits are, but I don't think I did a crit fail.
67.
Crits are if
Hello?
the numbers match up and are over your skill, or 100.
Oh, yeah, I got a 44 out of 10.
So yeah, you
I'm also
critical
exhausted.
failed.
You crit fail. You fall over.
I crit successed.
He was second wind somehow.
Yes, somehow I wake up feeling even better.
All of me is sore.
So yeah, so anybody who failed it, you wake up and you're exhausted, which means I think it's a 20% decrease on all of your skills the following day.
Man.
Should have taken
You can take
skill when you told us we were going to
stimulants
the exploring cave.
to fight off exhaustion if you'd want.
I'm going to probably grab like a Red Bull or like a 5-hour and just keep it in my pocket, like my jacket pocket or something, in case I need that boost.
So these forests, are they about 15 minutes south of where we were?
What's that? Yes, yeah. On land.
Did they have their own cave?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Do they have their own cave?
Does what have their own cave?
Like roughly where we think we would have ended up?
So that area itself is unmapped.
I'm just saying, we were told earlier that the Devil's Cave is roughly 15 minutes south.
Yeah.
It all comes full circle.
It all goes full circle. Yeah. If you so you ask Nina Hartley, and she says, I don't know. We can ask some of the local like DNR. I'm not from here.
So she doesn't know about the Devil's Cave and like the
Yeah.
weird worshippers that are gonna meet
if you
tonight
want,
now, right? It's Friday,
yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah.
So
Go check out the sermon or whatever they're calling it.
I don't want to like actually go to that, but part of me wonders if maybe, just maybe, that guy knows a little bit more than he let on. Okay, is it Friday morning now? Have we slept?
Yeah, you guys slept, and that was what the test was overnight. Was like seeing your personal like athleticism and how well you slept, stuff like that. So you wake up this morning, and what do you do? Did you talk to the DNR officers that night about this Devil's Cave, or are you waiting until the morning?
I think we're till the morning. Like if half of us are like literally exhausted and it's a 30-minute drive back to our hotel rooms, then I think we probably just go and do it in the morning. It's also like midnight. Like what DNR officers are hanging out.
Yeah, that's fair. They're probably all at home. So you wake up the next morning, and you guys, what do you do first thing?
Back to the Continental breakfast.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
The strongest coffee.
I get some trucker meth.
That's part of the breakfast. It's on the counter. It's by the muffins.
That's what makes it continental.
It's a bunch of brown bananas, like muffins that are like pre-packaged in like plastic. You have to tear open, and then you have trucker meth. Like that's
bagged gravy.
It's a waffle station. You have to actually make the waffles at, so it's never fucking good.
It's those little like folded over omelets, like
Oh,
frozen
God.
in a little
Oh,
plastic bag that you
jeez.
take out and microwave them.
Fruit cups. That's
Single
so
piece of cheese
bad.
in the middle.
Okay, yeah. So we eat awful food. I assume Nina's back in town. She's got no reason to follow us to this hotel. If she doesn't know, and if there's just like a group of wildlife dudes that are from town in a building, it wouldn't hurt to ask. Like, maybe I'm crazy, and that guy's just like a lunatic, but maybe, you know.
Yeah, so you head back to Marengo Cave, to the DNR office there, and sure enough, Nina's there waiting. Nina's there like waiting in the morning. She's got a newspaper, like a local newspaper, on. She's reading. She's like, I bought this at the gas station up the way, and she's got like an auto trader as well sitting on the desk. She goes, it's like Craigslist but without the internet. She says, yeah. Actually, I asked Dan here about what.
Nothing. Keep going.
She's like, I asked Dan here, and the kind of dopey sounding guy that you guys called originally was like, yeah, that's me. About this Devil's Cave, and evidently it's a cave that's actually on the national like landmark land that is barred from the public. Some people got in there in like the 70s or 80s and were exploring it because a religious group actually got in there and were exploring it, and one of them tripped and died. Was caught in like a crevice in the cave, and they couldn't get him out. They fell upside down into a hole. It's a big deal. So it's a real place. It's an actual cave entrance out there.
But like you haven't heard anything else besides just that guy died there. Like nothing. No weird. No like local folklore. No like rumors or anything.
Oh yeah. The devil lives there. I mean, that's the rumors. I've never been.
Just the devil? Is that like a name for something? Is it like a metaphor of some kind, or just literally the devil lives there?
So the rumor is that there used to be Indians that lived here, and they sealed the devil away in a cave down there, and they say if you go,
that might just be a fact.
Region, if you go in there exploring, like electronics stop working and all kinds of stuff.
Electronics don't work up here, but all right.
Yeah, it could just be your shitty cell service.
But like at the same time, man, I don't know. Does that make any sense to me? Like as like an occult guy, like when he says like Native Americans like trapped like a devil down there, do I go like, oh yeah, that like sounds like a feasible thing?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, being an occult guy, like, and who knows, I don't know what your guys' contact with Delta Green,
like a devil, the devil, like.
Well, so here's.
So did Indians trap a Christian devil, or
well,
like?
Okay, we're done talking to this guy. I pull everybody aside.
Okay.
And I'm like, all right, so here's what's up. And Austin, I'm just gonna talk, and if I'm right, let me know, and if I'm like you're like you don't know that or that's not true, just tell me, and we'll adjust if that makes sense. So this is what I think is going on. I think that previously Native Americans who lived here did some sort of ritual thing to trap whatever evil bullshit that we're trying to go after right now in maybe that cave, maybe in this area, but like it sounds like this like might be at least somewhat actually true, right? They call it the devil because they don't know any, you know what I mean? Like just whatever context you have for a thing, right? I really think this might be what's up. You know what I mean? I think that this cave is tied to what we're trying to look into. I think that this thing might have gotten out for whatever reason. I think there might be some sort of occult thing we have to do to retrap it. But I think this is real.
I think another thing worth looking into would be probably the actual, like, the people that went missing, that, you know, the corpses themselves, see when they went missing, and, like, if they did something odd beforehand, or what caused them to be a target of this, you know?
I have no better leads, so I will follow you to the Devil's Crevice.
How close is this cave to where Agent Nina had on our map? Like, are they close or no?
They're close.
Man, I don't want to get stuck upside down and die from blood rushing to my brain, but like, if somebody else were to, I think I'd get over it, so I think it's worth it. Let's go.
Plus, we do have 2 medical now in this group.
Yeah.
We might be able to save them if they do that.
I don't know. I know about the guy that died in this cave. Like real life, I know about that guy. They had like a whole team of people trying to pull him out. He was there for like multiple days. It was not a good time.
Wait, like somebody actually died in this cave? I'm gonna look.
Not in this cave specifically, but
it happened in Indiana like
yeah,
like 8 years ago or something.
Gotcha.
Yeah, another reason to not like caves. But I think we go. Unless you guys, like, I guess I say I think this is worth looking into, and then I let you guys do whatever you want to do.
I want to look into the coordinates we got from spelunking yesterday, like the top side of it, and it seems like they're in almost the same area. So, at least seeing how far they are in real life, seeing if there's a secondary outlet from where we were going yesterday. If it is part of the Devil's Cave, sure. But just exploring that general area, I think.
Oh.
Okay. So where do you guys go? What do you do first?
I'm on my, like, in real life, I'm on my computer researching this, but also Doc is on his laptop in his room researching this cave.
I'm gonna...
Wait, in your room? Did we go all the way back to town?
Yeah, you're right. We didn't. We're all the way.
We do not have cell phone service.
We don't have cell phones. I forgot we went back to Marengo.
We can. Hey, Dan, was it? Mr. DNR? DNR Dan?
Yeah, it's me. Yeah.
Can we? There's like an open. We need access to the internet. Is there like a computer and a desk somewhere we can use real quick?
Yeah, I can get you the Wi-Fi password real quick if you want. We have satellite here.
You have a Wi-Fi? Do you have an Ethernet connect? No. Yeah, sure. That sounds great, man.
No, we have satellite internet hooked up to a router. I mean,
yeah.
I was kind of open for like a library that I could put quarters into, like a Windows 95 system.
it's 2021. We have wired internet.
We're on Vista.
Now we just don't have cell service. Like, yeah, they put internet through here.
Where do you
in,
think you are, Lexington?
All right, cool. So we have internet now. Is that we can?
Yeah. You don't have internet in the cave itself, and you don't have internet at the cave office. You have internet at the DNR office.
Okay. Whatever you guys want to research, I'm gonna grab a drink. I'll be right back in like 2 seconds if that's okay.
Oh man, these websites are fucking great.
Excuse me. What are you looking at?
Fucking devil cult cave. Just like random ass.
Wait, is this real?
It's fucking real. The rumor is that a devil cult named the Devil Mountain Cult, because Yeah, they're from Indiana, so apparently that's what they came up with.
Oh, yeah, no, this is all based on actual like
Committed murders in this cave system in 1969.
Holy
Yep.
shit.
Yeah, no, this is an actual story I was told by my family in southern Indiana. If you come up towards Marengo from the south, there's this big limestone like rise that's like probably 40 feet up in the air, and there's a huge cutout in it, like it looks like something ripped out the side of the limestone, and it leads into a cave supposedly, but it's like probably 100 yards off the highway, and there's no way to get to it easily. You can just see it like sticking out of the air, and you can see it like sticking out of the air. And that was what my father told me when I was a kid, was that the rumor is the devil lives in that cave, and if you go into it, flashlights will stop working, and you can't get cell service down there anyway. And at the time, I didn't have a cell phone. I was like 13. He's like, yeah, but like flashlights will quit working, and so no one's been able to explore it before.
Thanks for the follow, man. I really appreciate it.
So Austin, are you saying you're descended from the devil cult?
Devils. It's all coming full circle.
Wait, what is this sixth window on my Discord right now? What is going on?
That's what Tony is showing you his.
Yeah,
screen,
I'm sharing you the cult website.
What is this?
Yeah, this is what it looks like. You got like this fucking fire on what looks like the Constitution in the background. Just random ass pictures of ghouls and skulls.
What are your interests? Ghouls?
Also, I love looking at your internet tabs and all of the other things you've tried to look up as we were playing.
Can impactors be given privilege? Is that what that one is?
Yeah, just in case. I wanted to know stuff, and I wanted to look up
Peyton Manning's Children's Hospital to recommend that instead of Riley's. So, underwater compasses aren't real. It's just a compass.
Well, it was a compass pressurized to be used underwater.
That's not a thing.
You have to pressurize a watch to have it underwater so the face on it doesn't crack.
Magnets. How do they work?
How do magnets work?
Okay, so we are literally looking at this computer as we find these crazy cult websites, right? So like, we're definitely going now. We have to go now.
Yeah, I think we have to. But I'm also glad
sure.
that Tony's the one who was looking all that up, because I don't think I can get Google ads through a Twitch stream.
Yeah. My Google ads are just going to be Colts and Agent Orange, so...
Yeah, really.
You guys want to go to the entrance of Devil's Cave and end there?
You know what?
Sure.
When you put it that way, it sounds like there's something going on at the entrance of Devil's Cave. So yeah.
There's literally no sources on this website, but I'm going to take it at face value that local police have dragged out the remains of 26 goats and numerous cats and dogs from Devil's Cave.
Yeah, so you guys go to Devil's Cave, and you have to like park on the side of the highway and leave your Tahoe there. And you climb up the side of this like limestone outcropping, and it evens out after it's only like 8 feet up. You have to climb before you get to like the next level of it, and you walk over through the woods about 100 yards, and you have to climb up the next limestone outcropping about 15 feet up into the air. And you guys get up there, and sure enough, there is a pig that's been gutted and left on the ground outside of the cave entrance.
How was it gutted?
It's decomposing. I'll go ahead and give it to the doctor and the doctoral student that you'd say it's probably been there for 2 days.
Okay. Anything biologically or forensically odd, or just that there's a decomposing animal?
Nothing odd about it, but the cuts on the animal weren't done to kill the animal quickly. And Agent Cohen, you're looking it over, and this is definitely the work of like a cult. Slaughtered this pig like as slowly as possible, and it looks like it was dragged out of the cave by something afterward at some point. But the cuts on it are not accustomed to like what you would do to kill an animal.
Do they look precise or just kind of hacked?
Hacked. Looking it over, it looks like it was done with like a buck knife. It was not done with surgical precision.
Okay.
All right, there's nothing like in the way this pig was gutted that is culty or anything, other than just like the general sacrifice of animals is a thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like a specific cult, but it was definitely you're looking it over, and you know, like the way they cut this pig open, it looks like they like skinned it alive
Ooh.
and then cut it open. Like it's very like methodical, but not like it's not with surgical precision. Like the cuts are pretty uneven, but they didn't like gut the pig. They didn't like stab the pig in the jugular or shoot it in the head to kill it quickly and then like leave it here. Like somebody came here and sacrificed this at some point to do something.
And they didn't even actually put it inside of the haunted cave?
It's right, you guys go, it's in the entrance. It's like 10 feet into the entrance, but you can see it because the
What
light,
a pussy.
sun's
Yeah.
behind you.
No, this is some like either like low level members of this cult or locals trying to appease
This
whatever's
is
in this
initiation.
cave.
Probably whoever wrote that fucking site that I just looked at.
Oh man, I bet if we went to that Friday service, that we probably got to watch them kill that pig.
I bet we could have asked to do it.
Oh
Does anybody,
man.
does anybody have a decent search?
I have
not
a
me.
search
Yeah,
of 70.
60.
70.
Oh,
You have a 70 in search, Elliot?
I do. Yeah.
I've got
Elliot,
60.
you're making your way through the woods to get to this limestone cutout, and you're looking around, and you notice like there are areas where the trees are younger. In this area, like roughly a 10 foot across like path where the trees are younger than the rest of the trees over here, like it's naturally grown up around a path that used to be here that leads over and around the side of the cave, but not up the limestone. Like you notice like there may have been a logging trail or something here at some point, like where you could have driven closer to the cave at some point, like probably 60 years ago. Or sorry, 50, 60 years ago.
Is there like, does it seem to be like trailing off away from the road or like?
Yeah, it goes away from the cave,
Mhm.
but it's close enough to the limestone cutout that like whatever this was, it went towards the cave sort of, and then goes away from the cave, probably a logging trail or something.
Yeah, I point that out to the group and share. I think maybe we should follow that down a little bit before we possibly go in, or just to see where it goes.
Yeah, but we're gonna call it quits here.
We hope you enjoyed the program. As always, this has been an Aureus Network production, published by arrangement with the Delta Green Partnership. The intellectual property known as Delta Green is a trademark and copyright owned by the Delta Green Partnership, who has licensed its use here. The contents of the show are Aureus Networks, excepting those elements that are components of the Delta Green intellectual property.